After a drop-off in contracts and a reduction in its workforce, Spartan Motors in Charlotte is headed for a turnaround. News 10's Megan Norman tells us about a multi-million-dollar deal that will help the heavy equipment manufacturer get back to business.
Workers at Spartan Motors will soon be gearing up for one of its biggest military defense projects. It's a $14 million contract for mine-resistant vehicles for Afghanistan and Iraq.
It indicates our need and our ability to supply, but also it helps to generate value.
Last year, the federal government approved increased funding for the mine-resistant vehicles, something Congressman Mark Schauer supports.
Because of Spartan's track record, they were chosen by the primary contractor. It's going to help stabilize the employment situation here.
Spartan was forced to lay off 14% of its workforce and close a warehouse last year. But the Charlotte Chamber of Commerce sees this contract as a positive, not only for Spartan, but for Charlotte.
It's definitely good news for Spartan Motors and definitely good news for Charlotte. They have continued to help insulate us from the downturn in business.
The light armored mine propellant vehicles will be in production here later this year, but Spartan Motors tells me it's still too early to tell if any additions will be made to the workforce.
We're focused on growing the business, but at the same time, we're taking the right steps to ensure we're not just going to be in business today, but tomorrow as well.
And focusing on tomorrow is exactly what Spartan is doing with its new line of Iraqi light armored vehicles.
War has changed, the enemy has changed, and their weapons of choice have changed, and so we need to stay a step ahead of them.
The defense business has been slow for Spartan Motors in the past year and a half, so this boost couldn't come at a better time. In Charlotte, Megan Norman, News 10.
Spartan Motors is slated to start production of the 109 light armored vehicles in the second half of this year.